vlog is back. This is the crew. We are doing something that we've never done before. At least, have you guys done this before?
Yes.
But have you?
No.
We're going camping in Bali.
Yes, we are.
This might be miserable.
It's probably going to be horrible. But it's going to be so much fun. Abu's going to be erupted.
So we're only an hour and a half behind on schedule, which means we probably will be getting there right as the sun is setting, which is going to be a lot of fun because we have to set up a tent, find a tenting spot. Who do we blame?
Anyone else fails, I just blame Ollie. Usually the easiest way to go.
So right now I'm actually vlogging with the Osmo Pocket. This is not sponsored, but they sent it to me for another campaign I did on Instagram. It's very small and convenient, so I'll just be using it for the motorbike trip. Once we get there, I'll be using the 1DX.
Hi Christian.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man?
Good,
I just
man.
follow your YouTube channel.
Ah,
Just want to say hello.
yeah, pleasure to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah. Now I remember why we brought our jackets up. It is getting really cold as we come up here, up the mountain. We've been coming up for like, I don't know, it's almost been like 20 or 30 minutes just climbing up this. I can't believe this is part of Bali. It looks like Mars. Guys, so this is all of our equipment. We've just arrived, and right behind Kathy there is actually a volcano. It's inactive, but the one that's active is just like kind of behind Cam over there. So the crazy thing is we ordered this equipment literally today. It arrived. So a tent, a grill, 4 sleeping mats, 4 sleeping bags. That is for, all of that was $20 US. I honestly just don't understand how they make any money on that. So it is now time to give you a little tour. I think you're all fogged up. Oh, this is nice.
Sleeping bags?
Can you believe that this tent, their mats, the sleeping bag, everything was $20 for 2 tents. It's crazy.
So divided by 5, each of us paid $4.
$4. I mean, it's kind of like low quality
It's very
stuff,
basic,
but
but
what
it
more
does.
do you need?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Where's that hair from? Is that your hair?
No.
Is that a person's hair?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh my god! One of the best things about Bali is Gojek Massage. It's called Go Life, the app, and for $6.50 US, I can have a 1-hour massage brought to my villa where they literally just massage you from your room. And then the worst thing about massages is like you're always exhausted after and you're ready to sleep wherever you are. When you get a Gojek massage from your villa, you can sleep at home. So I was just saying we should do that here. It'd be so nice. Camp scene is coming together here because a few heroes,
Like me.
some heroes that don't wear capes, like this guy right here. Those right there are the supplies to a good night. We got wood, we got our Bunsen burners, we got some food, and best of all, Cam got arak.
Arak.
What is arak?
It's palm wine.
From palm trees?
It's like an Indonesian answer to moonshine. It's like rice wine that you get in like Vietnam or Thailand.
So this is like a hard alcohol.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's good.
I'm Ollie.
And he's had,
Yeah.
just drink it.
Oh God.
I'm Ollie. No, wait.
I thought he was Ollie.
I need to hydrate.
This is what happens when Kelsey leaves.
That's right. That's exactly right. There we go. Now let's move on the wood.
And the last part, we got some chocolate, some marshmallows, some sticks,
I fell!
s'mores,
I forgot the
This is how you
cookies.
gotta
but she forgot to get graham
I left
crackers.
them at
You gotta
home.
get it on fire.
Oh, you left them at home. You bought them.
Oh, we had them.
What'd you cook?
Just pasta. Bolognese pasta?
This is amazing. It's just, you know, us out in the middle of nowhere, peace and quiet. Just the 6 of us. It's so peaceful out here.
I said, what if as soon as we start getting into the tents, he starts getting in as well? What do we do?
We're not sure if this is a real person or a spirit. If it shows up in the video, it might be a person. He's in the video. He does appear.
He's been hanging out with us for the past 10 minutes and hasn't said a single word.
He's just wearing a blanket.
That doesn't help.
We can dance.
Should we
Yeah.
ask him his name?
Should we ask him? we have the light set. Fire is stomped out. There ain't nothing left. The dog is enjoying life because he's got leftovers. Isn't that right? You got some good foods. You still got a lot left. And it's time for us to go to bed. If you guys need anything, we're next door. So it is 11 o'clock. That gives us 6.5 hours of sleep. I feel like I'm sleeping on the ground. There's a tiny bit of padding, but you don't feel much. Good night, guys. Morning. Oh my gosh, that was the worst sleep. If you could even call it a sleep.
Yeah.
So we have 2 mattresses, if you could call it that. Basically just little cardboard pieces. Somehow Cassie kept taking both of them,
It's
and I
not
went.
true. You started moving.
I kept going in the corner somehow.
Yeah, he kept turning and going
You were
left.
pushing me.
Huh?
You kept pushing me in the corner.
I wasn't pushing you. You were going there because you wanted to.
I don't even know if I slept. Morning, Todd. Morning, Gary. Morning, Fiona. So this is Bali. You wake up in a remote northern area where there should be theoretically no one, and you're surrounded by 2 cars full of photographers. I'm not talking about us, I'm talking about like people just waiting out for sunrise. Anyways, we're moving spots here, you probably can't see me. He's emerging, and it's looking victorious this morning. Guys, fun fact, it looks like cabbage is the same reflective material as like a sports running jacket. Nike, if you're watching this video, I'll let you know where this cabbage is, but you have to pay me $1,000. Okay, $200, $250. Hey, you better knock it off. Oh my gosh, what's with the flies? They're everywhere still. So this is where we tented last night, guys. This was our view. Here is tent numero dos. Numero dos. Ooh, this video's gonna get copyright claimed. All of our goods are packed. It's time to redistribute. All of our garbage is all bagged, gonna be brought back and disposed of, as you must do when you're camping out in the wild.
Throw it on the beach. What? I'm not gonna do that.
Do as the locals do.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's crazy. Look at that incline. My butt hurts, but we couldn't have come in at a better time. The weather's just perfect, and as you guys know, the north tends to rain. So we've had beautiful, beautiful weather, very little traffic coming in. And now, one of my favorite restaurants in Bali. It's time to eat at Full Circle.
I would like if there is a bar there, but instead of blow bar, I would do like a nail bar. Okay. Which is easier.
Just got my cappuccino. After not sleeping last night, very nice. We made it back. That was a awesome but long ride home. It's always so tiring being on the roads here in Bali because it's crazy. Like, people will just go 3 scooters to a lane, and then all of a sudden the oncoming traffic will come in your lane, and you just need to be like ready at all times. There's no real set rules. There's just kind of guidance rules when you're on the road, which is kind of fun actually. It makes the riding a lot more skill-based, I guess you could say, but with that, it gets a little bit tiring. So now I want to talk to Cam a little bit about what it's like to be an influencer, a content creator, whatever choice of word you'd like to use, just insert it there. So Cam has how many followers?
A whopping 56,000 followers.
For some people that is a whopping. For me, that's like pretty big. But today I just want to focus on, can you afford the glamorous lifestyle with 50,000 followers? And I guess I'll just hand it off to you because that's a loaded question, but do you just make money for having 50,000 followers?
No, absolutely not. And I think that's the biggest misconception right now, especially in this industry. A lot of people think that just taking that quick route and they automatically go for the growth. They just want that number at the top, and that gets you absolutely nothing. It's the business that you build around it.
So now that you have 56,000 followers, would you be able to live strictly off of paid promotions and sponsored posts?
No.
No?
For sure. Yeah, and that's not really what we do. Our business is around just creating content. So
For other people?
For other people, yeah. So we'll have people who reach out who are just interested in our style of content. So they'll say like, what we do, what we create matches their style.
So you're not really getting paid to necessarily be an influencer, to share things and products and services across your account, but you're kind of promoting your own service, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's more so of a choice. Like that's not the direction that we took our platform, you know, so.
Yeah. So you still get opportunities to do sponsored posts?
We do, and we get offered quite often, but
yeah,
it's a lot of times, even now, like it's a lot of free stuff. People just want to give you free stuff and they want that free promotion, you know, so, and that's not something that I'm not saying at our size, but in our career mindset right now, it's not something we're interested in, you know? So that's why we try to stray more towards paid content creation jobs.
One thing I've noticed from you is that even though you're not doing sponsored posts, you're not putting anything that has hashtag ad on it, your brand, even though it's not necessarily directly monetized through ads, you're making money because that's like your portfolio, right?
Yeah,
that's how people find you and then hire you for photography services, to make videos for other clients. So Instagram, even though you're not getting paid from it directly, I guess it's still very much like it's the main way you make money today.
It's an incredible marketing tool for a business, you know, and that's exactly what it's done for us. So having 50,000 followers or however many followers you have, like, and it doesn't matter if you have 10,000 followers. Like, I know people who have 10,000 followers who make more money than we do. You're gonna get out of it what you put into it, you know? So it's, for us,
you have to build a side business.
Exactly, you have to have a business. Otherwise, and I think that's the biggest misconception right now. Everybody keeps going into it and thinking, oh, if I have that number, I'll be able to live in Bali and do this and do that and travel around the world and have this dream lifestyle. But it's the business behind it. That's what creates the life, you know?
I think that I'll do a separate video on this, but I think it's an interesting topic is like, I actually think the social media market is kind of dropping off. Like, I think people are getting paid less and less and less. And so 50,000, I think for me, probably that would have been 3 years ago that I had that, maybe. I was getting enough money to create a nice little side hustle with my Instagram through sponsored ads. But those opportunities for one-off sponsored posts have become far and few between today. But I've heard of Instagrammers who have like 300,000 followers, and in 2018 they made maybe good money, and then this year they're getting nothing but free clothing opportunities, free products, and it's like, well, you know, there's only so much you can do with a bunch of free watches. Yeah, it's not going to put bread on the table.
Can pay for a hotel collab in Daniel Wellington watches.
Exactly, yeah. One of my favorite memes of all time. This account called 9Kelvin used to post these hilarious creator-based memes, and one of them is like, somebody help me, I have 25 Daniel Wellington watches, but I can't feed my family. And that's literally what it's like to be a Instagram-based content creator. It's a hustle. You cannot survive. You can't survive just purely being an influencer. You have to have something that you bring to the table. Influencers are killing the influencing market because there's so many people now, and they are willing to work for free. It might be cool at first when you get your watch or you get your whatever they give you for free. But what you need to realize is you should have been paid, and even if it's not much, it's still, every time you do free work, you're just lowering the industry standards. It's insane. Like, you would never go to the radio, you would never go to television and say, yo, like, can you just get like a free slot? But now it's becoming a bit of a widespread epidemic where brands just think they can get that, and they do get that because they hustle so many people to get that person that's willing to do it for free, or they just take the lowest undercutting rates.
I look back on jobs that we've done before, just like small things, and wonder, what the hell was I thinking, like doing that for free? Because you get caught up in that mindset, you know, when you first start out, or maybe you first quit your 9 to 5 and like go to chase this dream, and somebody offers to send you a free watch, you're like, yeah, of course I want a free watch. Or somebody offers to bring you to a resort. Hey, stay at a resort, you'll get a massage and a spa day, and this. It sounds like
amazing.
such a treat, but then you show up and thinking back, it's like, wow, I gave them 5 Instagram posts. I gave them a photo package of 20 photos. I made them a short 1-minute Instagram video. Like, holy crap, dude! I spent like an entire week working for them.
Companies used to pay like production crews thousands of dollars to make that video for them.
Exactly.
Now they're getting it for the equivalent of giving up 2-3 nights at their hotel. It's insane.
In a room that's probably not booked.
No, exactly, in a vacant room, so the cost to them is like 0. And I don't say this to ask for pity, I'm just sharing these interesting facts with you guys. Maybe you're potentially thinking about doing what we do, maybe you already do it and you're currently underselling yourself. You just need to think about the long term of the industry as well, because yeah, if you keep cutting down your rates, people do talk, and it'll actually get harder for you to get the next campaign at a rate that you deserve, because your reputation is shared among the industry very quickly. So,
Do you still remember your first collab?
yeah, it was a nightmare.
What was it?
I think it's been long enough that I can say it. I got an email and it invited me to a resort. I'll be vague-ish. It included a flight. It included a flight for 2, and I was like, oh wow, they're actually gonna pay me like $500 in addition to getting to go to a resort in another country. I was like, this is so epic. And then like I get to the resort and it was a nightmare. I mean, we were treated like employees. There were so many things going on wrong behind the scenes that I won't get into, but like it was work. I wasn't really enjoying myself that much. It was very much work, and I think I ended up doing like 3 Instagram posts, 2 YouTube videos. I created like a video or 3 videos for them for their feed that they put ads behind. It was like all that for $500, and that's where like I always get it when a new influencer, I don't like that word, but I can't think of a better word. When a new content creator comes into the market, like I get it why they undercut themselves, because free sounds so cool when you start. But yeah, it's just something that eventually you'll look back on the old deals you did and you'll be like, wow, I undersold myself. I went on that campaign and I met somebody that had like actually a smaller following than I did, less views, less everything, but she had been in the market a lot longer than I had, and so she knew her value, and she charged like a few thousand, let's say 10 times more than what I did. And like I said, I was getting more engagement, more everything. So it's just like, nobody comes into this telling you how much a post is worth, how much a video is worth. Just be aware, there's a value associated with everything. If there's any moral to take away from that story there, it's to be very careful with who you work with. With that being said, today's video sponsor is Squarespace. What's Squarespace? Squarespace is your go-to all-in-one place for buying your website domain and designing a beautiful looking website within a day. They have incredibly easy to use templates. They have so many different tools that allow you to run your e-commerce store directly through your Squarespace website, and I've actually been running my main website through Squarespace for at least 2 years now. If you're ready to get started with your website today, then use LeBlanc on checkout. You'll save 10% on any of your purchases, so check out the link down below. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not always on an island surrounded by a beautiful landscape. Sometimes I'm in the basement of an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere in Norway, and sometimes the landlord doesn't know how to walk without stomping. Literally, we're both down here working with headphones on because all we can hear is I swear they're having a dance party up there. Much love from Norway, guys. This is where I'm going to end the video, and as always, let's get lost again in the next one.